Hey, I'm James and welcome to my Zone 5B garden in beautiful New Brunswick. Today's project is going to be at the back of my property. I've got 5 common French lilacs planted here. They look quite nice. They've grown. I put them in this spot probably 2 years ago. They've doubled in size. However, they're not flowering. So lilacs need 6+ hours of sunlight to flower. In this location, unfortunately, I thought it was going to get that close to that, but we're getting probably closer to 4 hours of direct sun here. So I'm going to dig them up and put them along the front border of our property to provide some privacy. That's a full sun location, and it should do well there, and they should flower. So we're at the front of the property now. We're outside the fence line, but lilacs are really highly deer resistant, so I'm not too concerned about them being browsed on. This is a full sun location, so they should thrive here. I've got a handful of lilacs that I planted out a couple years ago here. I spaced them 4.5 feet apart, so I'm going to continue that. 4 to 6 foot spacing should allow for a pretty dense hedge, and fairly quickly these things do grow like weeds. So hopefully in 3 to 4 years this will be pretty full and dense, and we'll have some nice lilac flowers in the spring. Okay, so the 5 lilacs are now in, and I've continued them on from the 3 that I'd planted previously. These ones look a little different for some reason, but I've got them from the same spot. I dug up some suckers from the mother plant right there, and I've got probably another 30 or 40 I could dig up to finish the front border here. I might even swap these out. They don't look very full, or cut them. Maybe do a rejuvenation prune on it and see if that spurs a little bit thicker, more growth on it. Got another probably 50 feet here, 60 feet. of front border that I could probably pop in another 10 or 11 more. I was hoping to finish the lilac hedge this evening, but unfortunately the black flies are just too atrocious, and I'm having to do the black fly dance just to keep them off of me. I'm just going to end the video by highlighting a few of the shrubs and perennials that are in flower right now. In front of me, this is a weigela. It is a spilled wine weigela. It's compact, stays about 2 feet by 2 feet, has dark foliage, and these nice pink trumpet-shaped flowers that are loved by hummingbirds. Similar to the spilled wine weigela, this is the Wine and Roses original weigela. It gets larger, about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. Has a similar leaf, dark foliage, and the same pink flower. Just gets a little larger. I like the foliage on this plant even when it's not flowering. And while I'm here, although it's not flowering, this Jackmanii clematis has really taken off this year. This is the 3rd year it's been in the ground, so this is its leap year. That's about 9-10 foot post, and it's gotten right to the top. The bobo hydrangeas are starting to fill out. This is its 3rd year as well. They are a lot smaller than I anticipated. I'm hoping they get at least another 1 to 1.5 feet tall and wide, so they fill in and touch each other. And this is a wisteria. It also has really taken off in the last year. It's now gotten to the top of the pergola and will eventually go across. It should flower soon. It's got its buds there. This is a dwarf Korean lilac, a little different than the common French lilacs. It only stays to about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. It flowers a little later. It's just starting to flower now, and my common French lilacs are just finishing flowering. So it does extend the season for the lilacs. Smells magnificent as well, but I like that it just stays compact. And at the front border here, I've got 3 salvia plants. I don't remember the name. I don't think they're May-night. They could be May-night salvias. They are just starting to flower. They're a good pollinator plant. The bees and all pollinators really love it. And just to my right here, this is a cat's mitt and nepeta. It is the walker's low, and it's also a real magnet for pollinators. The lupins have been flowering for over a week now, and they're a great mid-spring flowering perennial. They are fairly short-lived, but they do self-seed, and they pop up almost everywhere in the garden. And right beside it, I have another weigela. This is the Sonic Bloom Pink, and it is just starting. The buds are just starting to open up into flowers. A real nice, vibrant pink flower with the green foliage. This weigela has a slightly different habit. It's more, almost a little bit more leggy, but you can control it if you trim back the branches to promote a bit bushier shrub. You can. This is a reblooming weigela, so it will bloom multiple times over this season. So I'm really excited about this one. I was just complaining to someone recently that my azalea had yet to flower. It's been in the ground for 3 years. This is its 3rd season, and this is the 1st season it has produced flowers, and it's flowering quite profusely. This is a cold hardy azalea. It's not an evergreen azalea. It is part of the Northern Lights series. I believe this one is called Highlights. It's a light yellowish white flower with yellow highlights. It could be the Golden Lights, but I'm pretty sure it's the Highlights. This will get about 6 to 7 feet tall and wide over time. Here I've got a good handful of Cerastium, or Snow in Summer, which is a really nice ground cover. It flowers really beautiful white small flowers and quite profusely. mid-spring, and the foliage is a nice silvery green. When it's done flowering, you can cut it back, and it has pretty foliage the rest of the year. Here I have a taller bearded iris flowering in front of my peonies, which are about to flower. The peonies will flower white, and this purple color complements it quite nicely. And just to the left, I do have your typical daylily. I'm just trying to, I think it's the Stella d'Oro daylily. It's quite fragrant as well. And to the left, I have another type of daylily. I don't remember the name of it, but it is a reblooming daylily. And to end the video, I'm back where I started. I've now dug up the 5 lilacs that were back here that were intended to provide privacy to the back forest. It's a funny thing to ask for privacy on a back forest, but the forest here experienced, we had a bad storm, 2 bad storms in a row several years ago. And if you look closely, you'll see a ton of downed trees. It's not the prettiest part of the forest to look at, so I thought of screening it with some kind of plant. The lilacs weren't the right one, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. I am kind of playing with the idea of putting some yews back here. That way I have the evergreen foliage year round, and I think they'll tolerate the part sun shade location better. Until then, maybe by next week the bugs won't be as bad. Happy gardening.